All right, welcome back, everybody. Hit the like and subscribe button for more of my content. We are moving on to week 3 of March of Minimates. I was literally making this video, and it looks like Dale Mills won for a really cool Roger Moore James Bond shot of him skydiving or whatever. And it's a pretty cool shot. Last week, Pete, Minimate guy, he won. His shot was Transformers G.I. Joe. Actually, I voted for that one because it's a really cool crossover. It's something I need to do more of. Actually, by the time this is over with, I'm gonna have to see what the 4 winning pictures are, and then possibly just rip all of them off because they're both great ideas. The one was Duke riding on top of Optimus Prime, and the rest of the Joes were in there, but that's what really did it for me, was Duke riding on the top Optimus, a transformed semi version of Optimus Prime. I have the figures. I actually have this. I have the War for Cybertron figures, which are a little bit small, but the times I've used them, I do find they work. But that turned out really cool. And then, yeah, the skydiving picture is always a good one. I've seen a lot of Captain America pictures of that, and they're usually pretty awesome. And Dale did a good job with that. So, yeah, my pictures are not winning, which is just fine as long as whoever does win has a really awesome picture, and those guys sure do. So, anyways, back to this. We're doing another picture that I've planned on doing pretty much since I got the grizzly bear in the background. I find him very photogenic for some odd reason, but this is straight out of Logan. Sometimes I forget this movie exists, because it's kind of sandwiched between Logan, which is one of my favorite movies of all time, and then Wolverine Origins, which Wolverine being my favorite hero. That movie's a travesty. It was such a disappointment. I'm really grossed out by it. I hope Marvel does better by him, because Fox sure as heck didn't figure it out like they should have. Well, anyways, we're just paying homage to this movie. I also always forget that the beginning of it takes place in Alaska, where Wolverine's walking around carving up trees, which honestly, as a tree guy, outdoors guy, it's kind of jerkish, dude. Like, I know you're depressed and you're hiding out in the woods, but walking past a tree and leaving a mark on it every single day, whatever that means, is kind of mean to these trees. They're a living thing. Always thought that was kind of weird, but it looked cool. That's the thing. It doesn't make any sense that he'd be hanging out with a grizzly bear either. But then, of course, that looks cool. Why would he be living in a cave? Like, a million other options. Why you wouldn't put him in a cabin, a little cottage out in the woods, kind of like the comic. That would have been even better. But that opening scene actually was really good though, for me sitting here ripping on it. It was really cool to see him in the bar scene and just Wolverine living in nature, like we've seen in the comics. So, but yeah, I just made a rolling hill with this green tarp, whatever you want to call it. I got it Hobby Lobby, I believe. And then he's on a stand because it's impossible to get Minimates to stand on this thing. So going from a low angle hides the stand, and also it even makes a tree root look a lot better instead of this thing just sitting on grass. Turned out really good. Glad I finally did it. Like I said, I've probably been meaning to do this for like 5 or 10 years now. Whenever the Minimates came out and I got that bear, it's good to finally get it done. So let's go on to the next one. All right, so this shot, like I'm setting up for, this is probably the oldest idea I've ever had, and I just never did it. It was either going to be Wolverine or it was going to be Superman. The theme for this day, day, what is it, 3? No, it's day 2 of week 4. It's Mirror Universe. So we're going to explore some multiverse stuff. And this picture that I'm going to do that I've been wanting to do for 8 years, and I probably forgot about it for a couple of years. I got like a million ideas that just have never come to fruition. But basically we're gonna have a paneled shot, and it's gonna be this Superman with this Wonder Woman in one picture, and then we're gonna do a different Superman and a different Wonder Woman in the same pose, different backdrop, same head. That's a Cyclops head. And then we're gonna do yet another variant of Superman in the same pose doing the same thing. So basically, we're going to have, all these parallel universes, the same exact moment where Wonder Woman dies and Superman's there with her. So yeah, that's what this picture is. And in this first one, we just basically have Earth 1, Superman, and Wonder Woman. The next one will have Battle Damage, Wonder Woman with Earth 2, Superman. Yeah, and then we still have what is it? The Russian, the Red Sun, Superman. So this should be pretty fun. Let's go to the next picture. All right, so I forgot to record the last one. We did Earth 2 Superman in a Battle Damage Wonder Woman. Now we are on to Red Sun, Superman, and Wonder Woman. I have been changing up the backdrop every single time I pop them in and out just to get another little bit of a variation. It would be pretty cool to see. I haven't seen the finished project yet. You guys saw it at the beginning of this video, so you're seeing it before I am. Or something, but it's turning out really good. Now I just need to get, I think I'm gonna do one more. All right, guys, God, it's been like a week break since I did my last picture, and like I said earlier, I think it was week 2, I had that Spider-Man versus Green Goblin picture. And I expressed repeatedly that was my favorite picture. Probably going to be my favorite picture of the year. And I just totally outdid that. I hate to be just a kind of jackal that just like brags himself up. But this picture here is going to be, this picture here is one of my all-time favorites. Like I knew what I was doing. I knew it would be kind of neat. I bet people get a kick out of this. I haven't shared it on Instagram yet. I wanted to get the video in before I put it on there. But this really turned out good. Like I just am very pleased with this. So like originally when Avengers Endgame or Age of Ultron happened and Quicksilver died, I always thought, hey, that's like the perfect setup to do like a House of M Avengers Disassembled kind of deal where like, Pedro's dead. She's going to eventually learn black magic and learn how to bring people back from the dead. And she could bring them back to the dead, and like Doctor Strange and the Avengers could, force her to, put him back in the grave because he shouldn't be alive, and dark magic is used for it. I always thought before they did the twins, I thought this would be a cool storyline to do, like I said, a House of M story. But they didn't do that. They went with the twins. I'm actually glad that they went with the twins in Vision, just because it was so, accurate. I mean, it was so, it was done so well for being the MCU. Like, I'm not a big fan of a lot of the shows. That's the biggest one of them that I'm a huge fan of is Wanda in Vision. They did it very well, I thought. But anyways, this is my MCU What If. We have a bunch of tombstones, some that I picked up from Michael's craft store around Halloween. They're miniatures. They usually have these headstones available there. One of these is from Spider-Man. The big one's from Spider-Man. It's a Kraven. Came with Kraven in the last one of the last Spider-Man waves, I guess. And then threw some zombie parts on Quicksilver and have him up on a wood dowel for the levitating effect. Scarlet Witch, she has this book. This turned out really good. I'm glad I figured out to add this to the picture. Brings it up another level. Just basically, I took a piece of plastic and waxed this book up to where it's in front of her, as if this is her Book of the Dead, or whatever you'd call it. And just, it just really worked out really well. Especially that zombie face. I mean, that's just creepy as heck. His body's like eroded for a while or whatever, but, it turned out really well. I put it up on a hill. A lot of the time, these rolling mats, you guys, like if you get one of these rolling terrain mats, if you elevate the back end, it just makes it look so much better. Helps fill in the background so much better. It just really spices it up. This church back here, whatever you want to call that, that is from Hobby Lobby in their like fairy garden section. They got a bunch of cool stuff there. But this is perfect for Minimates. I've got a lot of use out of it. It's one of my favorite pieces. And then filling in the background with woods on one side You know, I just thought it would look cool having like this thick forest on the right side and then open sky on the back end, you know, with the stars lit up and then lighting them up an orangish color, just to make it even, you know, look even more creepy. And then another tip, if you guys want to have like cool fog on the ground, the trick is this fog, you got to get it directly in front of the camera. You know, you do this, you can tell it's polyester fuzz, but if you put the stuff directly in front of your camera, and then focus in on your picture, whatever you're doing, you know, it just blurs it out and actually makes it look like fog. So again, this picture like just turned out so well. I'm so happy with it. I absolutely love it. And this is a concept. This is yet another concept that I've been meaning to do probably since Age of Ultron, and I just never got around to it. I'm glad I finally did now, because it turned out so well. So that background really kind of blows my mind too. It turned out. I mean, it looks like a real, you know, church and forest in the background, and the sky's kind of that, you know, orangish red, whatever. So anyways, enough about this awesome picture. Probably my favorite picture of the year, probably like probably in my top 5 pictures of all time, and there's a lot of them. Actually, this is my 2000th picture I've taken. God, I wish this thing just does not want to focus. Yeah, this is number 2000 on Instagram. It's kind of crazy. Like, you know, I there is some stuff that's not pictures of mine on Instagram, but it's only probably like 5 or 6 pictures that aren't actually artwork on there. So yeah, 2000 posts on Instagram, crazy. Anyways, yeah, we should really go on to that next picture. So here I came up with just this is actually a pretty original idea. I don't think I've ever thought about doing this before. There's a Justice League Unlimited episode in season 2. I think it was in season 2. With Vandal Savage, like Superman's battling Lex Luthor, and he gets vaporized. Everybody thinks he dies. And spoiler alert, he ends up traveling like 1,000 years in the future or something. And you know, there's no life, nobody's around anymore, and he ends up finding Vandal Savage, and it turns out Vandal Savage is the whole reason, you know, why civilization ended. And then the two of them have to build a time machine or something. The Earth, the sun is red at this point in time, so he doesn't have his powers. You know, he's powerless. And he walks around and kind of scraps until, yeah, like I said, he finds Vandal Savage, and then, yeah. And there's some other stuff with some bugs and stuff. They got to fight the bugs, just kind of like in Starship Troopers or whatever. It's yeah, it's kind of funny. I think Vandal Savage stole their heat source or something like that. And maybe that was what they used to power the time machine. That's what it was. Okay, yep. Now I'm starting to remember a little bit more. But anyways, this is just a homage to it. In this, I'm not even sure if I've done these futuristic scenes where I cover, you know, a bunch of concrete with grass and you know, whatever kind of plants I have. Actually, all that stuff you see in the background, those plants on the brick and stuff and on the ground, that's all stuff that just falls off the trees that I bought at Hobby Lobby and Michael's craft store, and yeah, you always lose your leaves, I guess you could call it, and I just always collect it, keep in a Ziploc bag, so if I ever need plant life that's just not on a tree, just some stuff on the ground, that's what I use it for. Anyways, yeah, I just wanted to give this cool pathway. I used some magic gravel. It's magic sand, only it's magic gravel. And, you know, Vandal Savage, he's coming out of this brick building, and it's just like, well, he's in this bombed out brick building, but then I decided it wouldn't be kind of neat if he had a little bit of electronics in the background to make it look like he, like, co-opted, you know, these ancient buildings into, you know, his own base where he can use high-tech stuff. And I think that's what happens too. He might even build his own base. I don't remember. He had his own plants growing and stuff. Like I got to rewatch the episode. It's been forever, but I've always loved that episode. Anyways, yeah, picture turned out great. Really like it. Yeah, this is what, Future Forward or something like that is the theme for this. Yeah, that's about all I have to say about this one. Let's go to that last picture. All right, so we got our final shot. This is the final March of Minimates shot. It's Super Pet Pal. I went with Lockjaw. I fully expected to see like a ton of people use Lockjaw. I just couldn't think of any pets off the top of my head, and it actually means that I haven't been paying attention because like nobody picked Lockjaw at anybody, and he is a rare figure, so a lot of people might not have him. But I expected to see him at least, like 2 or 3 times, and nobody else posted them. So I get to feel original, which is kind of nice. But we basically have these two teleporting into the Kree Empire, the home room, the throne room, excuse me, for the Supreme Intelligence. I could not light him up back there at all and get his face to light up, which kind of stinks. I don't know how I did it the last time so well. I think the figures might have been closer or something. But the picture still turned out really good. Really like it. Yeah. So let's see what else. I used some of these effects here, these purple effects on each side of them. Those effects really don't light up, I'm noticing. So that kind of stinks. They're not very noticeable, and there's no way to really light them up. So yeah, I guess it is what it is. But yeah, just getting the Kree back in their own little, throne room, a bunch of mechanical stuff, a bunch of sciencey stuff, and throwing in a few of the sentries on the left and right side of the Supreme Intelligence. That is an amazing piece. I do need to attempt to take a picture with it close up sometime, because it is a gorgeous, a very beautiful piece for being that ugly. So. But anyways, guys, that'll do it this is our final shot. That'll do it for March of Minimates. I'm very pleased with how it turned out over this past month. I may actually do a video on all the pictures I took, because there's some good ones in there, some boring ones, but there's some really good ones in there. So who knows if I'll do that over the next few days or something. Otherwise, guys, hit the like and subscribe button. Check out the description of my video for my Instagram and Facebook page, and we'll see you at the next video. Bye now.